Hello everybody, welcome to Games and Science. Today we're going to be talking about NASA's Space Launch System. This has been a bit of a hot topic lately and not too many people know exactly what this is. And today we're going to be going over that. Okay, so NASA's Space Launch System. What is this designed for? It's basically meant to take us back to the moon, perhaps take us to Mars, visit an asteroid, anything that takes us out of Earth's orbit or sphere of influence. So what is the SLS? Well, first of all, after the retirement of the space shuttle, they started working on this, and this uses a lot of the same technologies that was on the space shuttle. For instance, that it uses the same solid rocket boosters as the space shuttle did. It's going to use the same RS-25 engines as the space shuttle, and the core stage is basically the same orange tank that you've seen on the space shuttle. So when is the SLS supposed to be launching? Well, NASA says that it's supposed to be launching in sometime in 2020, and they recently expressed concerns about this, that it may not be ready and they may be searching for some sort of commercial means to launch the vehicle. That's probably not going to be possible because the only two contenders that could possibly do this would be the Delta Heavy, but it would have to do it in two separate launches, which means the spacecraft would have to dock, and there's currently no ability for the Orion spacecraft to dock with anything at the moment, and that would leave like the Falcon Heavy. And even in fully expendable mode with the Falcon Heavy, it cuts it really close. And there's also a problem with the fairing. The fairing isn't the right size, it's not large enough, and it would extend. It's just not going to probably work. The aerodynamic stresses and everything like that, that's not really what the Falcon Heavy's designed to lift up. Okay, now let's talk about the stages of the SLS. Now in your first stage you have the core, which is the big orange tank that you see there. Now that's carrying liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen as a fuel source. And then you have the RS-25 engines. Now these are the same engines that was on the space shuttle. And then you have your two solid rocket boosters. Again, these are more or less the same ones that was on the space shuttle, but they've been modified a little bit to get even more power out of them. And then you have your launch vehicle stage adapter, which will be carrying the second stage for the SLS vehicle. And this has your cryogenic propulsion stage by Boeing, and then you have your Orion capsule where the crew and everything will be, along with the launch abort system. And oh yeah, the second stage is also going to be carrying the service module, or this is known as the ESM for the European Service Module. And this is basically the powerhouse for the Orion spacecraft. It's going to be supplying it with electricity, propulsion, thermal control, water, air, everything that the crew is going to need to survive in space. Okay, so that's basically what makes the SLS tick. And one of the conversations that frequently comes up when somebody's talking about this is the cost of this vehicle, that they've been developing this vehicle for so long, and why is it taking them almost a decade to get this vehicle ready? Well, the answer to this, and you could take this with a grain of salt, is politics. Whenever a new administration comes in, they always change the objective for NASA, saying, all right, we need to go to the moon, and then the next administration comes in, we need to go to Mars, and then we need to go to an asteroid. So NASA's been trying to develop a vehicle that can do all of these things. And that's the main reason, again, why it takes so long to develop a vehicle like this. And the SLS is going to be an incredible vehicle, and I just can't wait to see that thing launch. Okay guys, I think I'm going to end it right here, and let me know what you think about NASA's Space Launch System. Do you think it's already cost too much? Do you think it's going to be worth it in the end? Let me know, I'm curious. And if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and if you don't, then you know what to do. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you again later.